share the video as you join. Like and share as you join. Welcome, Fidelia Ibokwe. Thank you for joining. Please like and share as you join. You click like and you click one. Let's do it. Like and share any place you are joining from. Kindly like and share.
From the award-winning producer, Shaking Air Crew Beats.
Japanese Gold Talent exclusive.
Votu nini turatu kempu wa bidoro. Ife nini turatu wakene mo fibe tuta. Ayeto siya votu na ba o hebure kare larea. Ife ka nebe o kakwa nebe o. Votu nini turatu kempu wa bidoro. Iye nini turatu wakene mo fiye tuta yo. O fiye tuta yo, wabu fiye tuta yo. Iye kelende kakwa nebe o. Iye kanebe o, kakwa nebe. Iye kanebe o, kakwa nebe. Iye kanebe o, kakwa nebe o. Iye kanebe o, kakwa nebe o. Na one Biafra, I say hello election no. After election, hey, we take their deception no. Upon deception, I say no recession no. Baby, I need to see no vote to I'm to support. So election no vote. Yeah, man, I take him out. One eleven people, I am in the so fellow. Baby, I get me, oh, when we take their farajo. If I am to walk in on it, you want to go on the moon. I need when no.
Diana, thank you for joining.
Alile kwenu wenwene nimesokoto ifunu na chona sokoto munne muna odi na shogoto chukwu abịa ma gọzila anyị na ụdị ọbụna ụmụnne m ule kwela n'ụlọ ka emusi anike
Valward 22, you are welcome, Valward. Thank you for joining.
Iye kanebe o, akwa nebe. Iye kanebe o, akwa nebe. Asim iye kanebe o, akwa nebe.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. Thank you so much for joining on this very program. I appreciate you. And as usual, we have come once again to do what we know how to do best. And before we proceed, let us listen to our national anthem as usual. Thank you so much for joining. Pay attention and let's listen. much for joining. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. While we are proceeding, we are going to listen to the prayer of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandi Kanu. That prayer that gives us strength, that prayer through which we overcome all the challenges, that prayer that gives us the strength to fight on. Let us listen to the prayer of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandi Kanu.
What you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for connecting. I appreciate every one of you as you have connected to this very program. Please, as you join the program, I urge you to like and share. Share it on your platform. Share it to family and friends. Share it any place you belong. Willie 18. Thank you so much for joining, Willie. I appreciate you. You are always there, Willie. Thank you so much. Thank you for connecting to the program. And every other person who has connected out there, I appreciate every one of you. Wherever you are and you are joining this program, I appreciate you. Please kindly share the program on your own platform. Share the program to family and friends. Share it to any place you belong. Share it. We will continue to preach this gospel and make sure that it reaches everybody. We have to now pay attention to the voice of reason. The time has come. It is no longer time for us to begin to listen to debates, unnecessary arguments, or begin to pay attention to things that are meaningless. The time for reason has come. You have to listen to the voice of reason. That time has come. The voice of reason. Time to listen to the voice of reason. It is now or never. It is no longer time to listen to gossipers, blackmailers, and irrelevant people talking from east, west, north, and south, and from different directions. In the time that we're in, is a time for us to pay attention to the situation. Pay attention to the right people. That is only way you can survive the situation. I have always said it on this very platform that our purpose here is to encourage Biafrans, to guide Biafrans on the direction to go, and make sure that we send information across. Those who are confused, that can pull down their questions, we put it right, try as much as possible to answer the questions, and also debunk some lies that they've been telling against us, against Mazen Nandik, and against our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Epa. And if you are here, you are watching an autopiloted platform, autopiloted by Chukwu Okukabema himself, under the spokesmanship of Mazen Simon Epa. That is where we stand. And we always speak the truth and set the record straight. We will never allow people to distract us, and will not allow enemy to tell our story. We are telling our story by ourselves and letting the world know the true situation in Biafra land. That is what we do here. And we will continue to do so until Biafra comes. And even those work until our freedom is complete. So today we have to, it is time for us to begin to listen to the voice of reason. When you go online, you begin to see different kinds of posts, different kinds of broadcasts. A lot of people claiming to be Biafrans, a lot of people claiming to be agitators. Meanwhile, they have ulterior motive. You have seen some of the sacked members on their platform. They are writing today that there is no seat at home on the election time. I want you, that is a Biafran, a genuine Biafran, you must pay attention to the voice of our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Epa. Mazi Simon Epa is the only man today building on the foundation led by Mazen Nandekano, and every word he says today, Mazen Nandekano is in support of it. Mazen Nandekano is directly in support of every single thing that Mazi Simon Epa says. We are building on the foundation of Mazen Nandekano, and Mazen Nandekano himself is aware. He's aware of where we are going. He's aware of what we are doing. He's getting information, first-hand information of everything that you and I is doing. So, except you have someone else you are following, except you have other plans or other agenda, if your plan is to get Biafra genuinely, sincerely, through the foundation led by Mazen Nandekano, you must pay attention to our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Epa. This is a man who goes to the heart of Mazen Nandekano to bring message and give to you and I. Everything he's doing today is to make sure that our Supreme Mazen Nandekano is released, to make sure that Biafra comes. That is what he's doing. That is what every autopilot member is doing today. Pursuing that agenda of Biafra. Asking for our freedom, nothing else. Every one of you must pay attention. Do not allow yourself to be deceived. Those propaganda you are seeing, all those criminals you are seeing, pushing their propaganda right, left, and center, telling you to come out during the sit at home. Do not pay attention to them. The same people that will force you to come out are the same people that are going to come after you. They will always prepare the ground for themselves in order to blackmail IPOB. They will always prepare a ground for themselves in order to blackmail our spokesperson, Master Simon Epa. They will always prepare a ground for them to perpetrate their evil. Only those who have refused to listen will fall victim. Those who have refused to listen and pay attention, they will always fall victim. But as long as you continue to listen to the voice of our spokesperson, Master Simon Epa, as you continue to listen to the voice of reason and truth, you will never be caught unaware. You will never be caught in the midst of this trouble. Your life will never be taken away from you. You will never face any attack. That is why it is necessary that we come online on a daily basis to continue to sensitize you. Our mandate has not changed. Our countdown has not changed. Everything remains the way it is. And it is not changing anytime soon. The only time you can begin to talk of a change is when Mazen Nandekano joins us. Any day Mazen Nandekano joins us, then, and only then, you can, if you say you are expecting him to say a word, then we can be understandable. It can be understandable. But now, as it stands today, no man can change the situation except Mazen Nandekano. And everything I put in place, they are being pursued and followed. Every single seat at home you have heard us call for. You heard about this on the 6th, which is going to be a lockdown. On the 6th of this very month, 6th, it's going to be a lockdown in Biafra land. The day they are talking about conducting their mock election or whatever. Everybody must pay attention. Sit in your home. Don't bother yourself. Don't go expose yourself to danger. Do not go and expose yourself in danger. And the same thing is going to happen again on the sit at home, which is going to happen on the 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Prepare yourself for that. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. Do not pay attention to people who has no value. Do not pay attention to people who want to take your life, who want to destroy you. Do not take attention. Do not take word from those who want to distract you and deny you your freedom. Don't pay attention to them. You must always try to listen to our spokesperson, Master Simon Ever. Follow his Twitter handle. Follow all the autopiloted platforms and listen to what they are saying. We will never deceive you. We will never ever deceive you. Our responsibility is to make sure that every Biafran is saved. That is the responsibility of the autopiloted Biafrans. Those who are autopiloted by Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who Chukwu Okike is directing their affairs, the only thing they are after is to make sure that every Biafran is secure. To make sure that we are secure and safe in our land. That is our responsibility, and we will continue to pursue that responsibility until we get Biafra. So don't pay attention to all those sacked saboteurs telling you to come out. They're already telling you that during election, nobody should sit at home. They're already preparing the ground for themselves. But when we have said what we have said on autopilot through our spokesman, Simon Ekpa, what the agreement Biafra have reached is a serial agreement that they have reached, shut down and planned. Biafrans don't just wake up and call for sit at home. For every sit at home that is mentioned, which is pronounced by our spokesman, Master Simon Ekpa, truly as directed by the Biafrans, everyone he put in place, there is a reason why that sit at home is being called. Every single sit at home you hear the Biafran people call, there is a reason why they call it. And you that is watching from all angles, you that is part of the struggle, you must have to pay attention. The only contribution you have to make is to pay attention and obey instructions. Mainly our brothers and sisters who are in Biafra land. I must applaud you. You are doing a wonderful work already. Every Biafran in Biafra land, both children, both mothers, sisters, and brothers, they are doing a great work. Because at the face of the enemy, in the face of the whole trouble, you are standing your ground, holding the land for us, making sure that we have a home to return. It is something to applaud. We know how difficult it is over there. We know the challenges you are facing. We know the attacks you are facing. But in the midst of all that, you are still doing what you're supposed to do, consistently sitting at home and making Biafra have a voice in that contraption. Very soon it's going to be over. Hang on there. Master Nani told us never to step down. Hang on there. Victory is coming very, very fast. Faster than you can ever imagine. Victory is coming faster than you can ever imagine. The only thing that can make you not to be part of that freedom is when you are careless with your life, when you are careless with your decisions, when you are careless with your actions. If you are paying attention to the time that we're in, if you are paying attention to the autopiloted platform, if you are paying attention to our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear. Be assured that you're going to enter Biafra and you will celebrate in Biafra land. It is a promise that Chukwu Okike have made to us, and that promise is about to be fulfilled. The noise we are making today is to make sure that everybody key in, because we don't want to leave anybody behind. As long as you are from the old southeastern region, you will not be left behind. We will carry everybody along and march into Biafra land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And then we can be able to celebrate, dance like never before, just as Master Nani kind of predicted. We will do that. Today, you must listen to the voice of reason. Listen to the voice of reason. Don't deceive yourself and claim that somebody deceived you. Every truth you need are in the open. The whole truth. The truths are nothing but the truth. They are in the open. All you have to do is to step into that shoe of truthfulness, and you'll find yourself in Biafra land. any man or woman that is standing against Biafra, you are actually signing your death warrant. Because Biafra will come. It doesn't matter what you say or what you do. You can hate it. You can do anything you like to do to it. It will definitely come. But every Biafra must pay attention, because we are getting into the final stage. And in this final stage, there is going to be a lot of deception. I tell you, some people you never believe can deceive. This is the time for them to come out openly. Some people that you never believe they will be deceivers. You never believe they can be saboteurs. They will be exposed, and you marvel. Today you go to social media, you begin to see different kinds of videos. You see people talking trash, talking from both sides of their mouth. I saw one man, the one that claimed to be a reverend father. Somebody who claimed to be a reverend father, what he is doing today is to push people away from Biafra. This was a man who has talked about Biafra in the past. A reverend father. If you look at the examples he's making in his videos, you'll be wondering, from which planet is this man coming? Telling us that we must not accept Biafra because Biafra, the name Biafra was given by somebody from the coastal region. That why must we be defending Biafra when it is a name from the coastal region? At this particular point in time, when that name has become a name that unites you, what does name have to do with you? What does it matter if it is this person chose a name or who chose a name? What matters is that this name has been acceptable because we have fought on this very name before. There has been a country that exists on this very name for 3 good years. And you want us to throw it away just like that. And this man began to come and preach nonsense in his platform. And the most important question I want him to answer is that, why is it that it is now that we are going into that Biafra, that he is preaching against Biafra? Why is it now? He said he wants the election. He wants to go election. Why don't you focus on election? Why don't you you call yourself a reverend father? You call yourself a reverend father. And you are busy distracting people that are fighting for their freedom. Your message I'm preaching today is tell people, why must you be fighting for Biafra? Why must you be looking towards Biafra? Creating division. This is what somebody who claims to be a reverend father is doing. Creating division. The thing that Mazen Nani can have mended, the disintegration and the division that Mazen Nani can have mended, this man have brought it back again. Trying to explain the difference between the coastal region and the mainland. That we are sitting at home. Sitting at home is in the mainland. It's not in the coastal region. Somebody who is an outsider, who doesn't know what is happening in the autopiloted IPOB. You don't know the plan on the ground, how we intend to achieve Biafra. You begin to create a demarcation, create a distraction. This man will spend time on his video to begin to talk trash. Listen to everything he talks. None has a meaning. None had a meaning. This is a man who was talking about Biafra in the past. He just made a video that he just woke up and realized that the Biafra he was talking about was not named by a Biafran. It was not named by Igbo Biafran. So why must he be defending something that's not named by Igbo Biafran? And he has forgotten the relationship between the Igbo Biafrans and every of their brothers around the area. That we are related. We are related. In the old Southeastern region, we are one people. And this one people came together and chose a name. And you are, because the person that chose the name is not your fellow Igbo brother. Now you say you don't want anything to do with them. Why must you be defending a name? The name is not even an Igbo name. That when an Igbo person tells you that the Biafra is our faith, Biafra is our religion, then why must somebody be saying that? Evil message. This is what they are preaching this day. What Mazen they cannot have already put in place, have already corrected. The division that the zoo planted among us that have been mended. Some people today are trying to open that old wound. They are trying to bring back that division. And that man called himself a reverend father. You call yourself a reverend. The Christianity you are professing, who gave that name Christianity? Christian. The people that gave the name Christian, are they Igbo people like you? Are they Igbo people like you? And the funniest thing, he went to ahead to say that people in the coastal region are more Biafra than those in the mainland. That people in the coastal region, they are more Biafra than those in the mainland. Using the divisive language, and this person called himself a Reverend Father. Who told you that anybody is more Biafra than the other? There is nobody in the old Southeastern region that is more Biafra than any other person. We are all equally Biafrans. Nobody is more Biafra than the other person. That the other person is not even fighting hard does not mean that he's not a Biafran. And everybody must not come out to fight for this struggle. It doesn't happen that way. Freedom starts from one angle. This man that is telling this is a Christian, and you know that he himself preaches that salvation came through one man, which is Christ. Salvation came through Christ, and he said it to everybody. This man is wearing a garment as a Christian. So are you not going to say because Christ was a Jewish that now you're no longer part of it, you will not answer Christian again? Are you not going to say now that the white people are more Christian than you are simply because you're a black man? Are you not going to say that some people are more Christian than the other? This is somebody who claimed to be a Reverend Father and he reads his Bible. A nation that have existed, Biafra, that have existed. Collectively, we agreed. And this man knows that whatever we agree together on earth is agreed on heaven. Where 2 or 3 are gathered together, Chugo Kabema is there. The Biafrans gathered and accepted this name within themselves. This is a name that you have united us with our brothers in the coastal region. Calling them our brother is not just by a mere hearsay. We have a blood relationship with all the people in the Biafra land. He can go to Google and Google the relationship between the Ijaw people and the Igbos. The relationship between the Efik and the Igbos. The relationship between the Shakiri and the Igbos. He is so good at googling. Why don't you Google all those things and see that these people are one people? Does it matter who mentions the name and who gave the name? Does it really matter? Does it matter who mentioned that name and who gave that title, that name? What we are interested in is freeing ourselves from the captivity that we are in. And Mazen Nanekara has said it. Our spokesman has said it. Let us free ourselves from this captivity. When we come out from it, then and only then, whatever name you want to bear, you can bear. If you want to enter dog, it's up to you. Want to enter chicken, it's up to you. Why are you now preaching this useless gospel at this particular point in time when Biafrans are ready to get out of the zoo? Biafrans, you must mind the kind of people you listen to. You have to listen to the voice of reason. Not people who come out to begin to make noise for one reason or another to drag attention. And as I have said before, you don't listen to people because they are Reverend Father. You don't listen to people because they are imam. Don't listen to people because they are governors. Don't listen to people because they are rich. Do not listen to the people because they are your friends. Do not listen to the people because they are close to you. You only pay attention to people because they have good intent and they are pursuing that which is right. Follow people because they are consistent in their words. Follow people and listen to them because they are very, very consistent in their word and truthful. That's the only way you can follow people. Don't follow people because they are saying, oh, Mazen Nanikan is a good man. Oh, Mazen Nanikan is a leader. No. Because they are playing the prayer, Mazen Nanikan, you begin. No, that's not the way to listen. Look at their antecedent. What are they doing? What have they done in the past? And what did they stand for? Then and only then you can be able to judge right. Whom to follow, whom to listen to, and whom not to listen to. This is the time to pay attention to the voice of reason. It is not every rain that falls, you take things outside to go and collect. No. There are some rains that fall, you will not bring anything out to get the water. And in this time that we are now, we must be very, very careful. It is not every noise we listen to. It is not every blackmail we pay attention to. It is not every distraction we pay attention to. For every one of them today who are taken to secret livers, people you thought were meaningful, all of a sudden they change 360 degrees. All thanks to the London ball. All thanks to the London ball. But today, even some of them, it is becoming very clear to them that he's going nowhere. It is becoming very clear to the London boy that he's going nowhere. You see what Erufai called him. Erufai, the short man in Kaduna, called him a Nollywood actor. He said he's just a Nollywood actor. That is what he called him. And you know these people, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. Today you see what is happening in the zoo. You see the chaos that's happening. They have succeeded in collecting all the money in your hand and they left you with nothing. Today maybe people are going to be using trade by barter to get whatever they want. They have stolen everything that people has in their hands. People can no longer afford. They don't have any cash within them anymore. They have made you to go and submit the one you had as old money, and then getting the new one now has become a problem. You can't get a new one. And nobody is talking. There's no uproar everywhere. I can bet you that if it were somebody from the southern part of Nigeria that is the president, and what is happening today is happening, Abuja will be shut down. If the person who is in that Asoro is a southerner, Abuja would have been shut down. But because it's about the North, with their agenda, it's about the Fulanis. And for them, they can get away with everything. They can get away with anything. That is why you must wake up. Stop listening to irrelevant people and people who are giving you false promise. Recently, a video have emerged. The condition that the caliphate gave Peter Obi. The Sultan of Sokoto, in a video that emerged, told him that it is not about this. Stop talking about insecurity. You are talking about insecurity, you're talking about the economy. Like that is not it. I will give you a book. You read that book. If you can implement what is in that book, then you are good to go. Tell me, which book is he going to give to Peter Obi to implement? We are a country that has a constitution. A country that have constitution. You are telling a presidential candidate that you are going to give him a book to read. That if he can be able to implement what is in the book, that it is not about religion, it is not about insecurity, that he should stop talking about insecurity and religion all the time, insecurity and religion, that you give him a book, after reading that book, just implement what is in that book, then we are good to go. And the question is, which book is that? And the key word is that you have now seen that there is a book they used to rule Nigeria. And he said he will give Peter Obi a copy of the book. And he said that it is not about talking about insecurity. The insecurity will always be there. Sultan of Sokoto saying, I don't talk about security, don't talk about religion, don't talk about economy every time. I will give you a book. If you can implement everything in this book, you are good to go. And which book is that? Ask him. A country that has constitution. You see, when we tell you that we will never be part of this zoo anymore, that the Zoological Republic, the indigenous tribe are in captivity, it is all playing out. Sometimes when we say it, people call it hate speech, they look at it a different angle, they say all manner of things. But that is the obvious truth. That is the obvious truth. That every indigenous tribe in the zoo has been held captive. We have all been made an endangered species. You cannot do things in your own. You cannot grow at your own speed. Before you do anything, you must take permission from them. They control every part of your life, including your education, including your wife and whatever your marriage. They control everything. And today they have succeeded in capturing. You must have seen many videos of the atrocities the military is committing in Biafra land. The way they are bringing their troops in Biafra. You'll be wondering, what are they bringing those troops for? For the agitators who have made clear their demands. All you need to do is to conduct a referendum. And you're good to go. You do not want to conduct a referendum. Then you are sending all manner of ammunition to come and attack them and kill them. And you think we just fold our hand and be watching you. I'm sorry. Time has passed when we complain, only complain. Time has passed when we only talk without action. Time has passed when we write only petition. at this period of time that we are in, everything will be put on board to make sure that we secure our freedom from the Zoological Republic. Every door that needs to be opened will be opened. Every wall that needs to be broken will be broken. Every voice that needs to hear will hear us. And that is where we are today. And I urge every Biafran, pay attention to the voice of reason. We are in a very dangerous time. You must be security conscious at all times. The enemy we are up against is looking for whom to devour, to kill, to steal, and to destroy. That is their mission. And they will not stop. If anybody is deceiving you, they will never stop. They will not stop. We are dealing with Pharaoh. We had all the miracle that was done before Pharaoh allowed the children of Israel to leave. And even while they were good, he was still pursuing them. Excuse me. Even as they were going, he was still pursuing them. Why he had told them to go, he still pursued them until they were drowned in the sea. So expect the same fate. The enemy we are up against cannot stop. But what about us? How are we going to survive this situation? We will survive the situation by paying attention to the right people, listening to the voice of reason. That is how we can survive it. When you hear sit at home, you sit at home. Every day that is being tapped is sit at home. Make sure you sit at home on that very day. On the 6th, it's a sit at home. 6th of February. On the 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Sit at home in Biafra land. Keep these numbers to your heart. Keep all these dates to your heart. Keep them to your heart. No matter what you see, do not shake. No matter the distraction you see from east, west, north, and south, do not get distracted. Because we have a serious issue at hand. And we must fight until our freedom comes. We must. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, don't get distracted. Don't get deceived. Our stands have never changed. Our stand remains no election in Biafra land. That is our stand. Our stand remains there will be no election in Biafra land. No matter what they do, there will not be any election. That is our stand. And we will continue to stand on our ground until Biafra comes. Any propaganda or blackmail they are pouring it in the water. And I thank Chukwu that our Supreme Damazin Nanikan is aware of what we are doing. And he's proud of us. Very, very proud of you and I. The Department of Saboteur have been sacked. They know that they are sacked. That is why today they are preparing to open their own front. They are preparing to open their own organization. That is how bad it is. These are people who have been around claiming to be Fulham Mazin Nandekan, command and control, this and that. Today, see the way they are attacking Mazin Nandekan legacy, trying to destroy it. Now it has become clear why they were doing everything they were doing, including trying to shut down the Radio Biafra. It's now clear why they were doing all those things, because they wanted to overthrow Mazin Nandekan. And even when they have seen they cannot be able to succeed in overthrow, they want to begin to prepare a ground for themselves. Because they know that Mazin Nandekan will come out. And when Mazin Nandekan comes out, it's over for them. That is why today you see them making their plans. Planning to open another section to counter IPOB. And when we told you that these people are not real, some of you don't believe. They are not real. These are agents who are there for their own selfish interest and personal interest, pursuing their own personal agenda. Their greed will not allow them to see the truth. It doesn't matter how you try to make it bare to them, they will not see it. May Chukwu guide and protect every one of us and give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to fight on until we succeed and defeat our enemies. They will continue to come from east, west, north, and south. But do not get distracted. Do not allow anybody anywhere to distract you. Our freedom is sure, even though it looks difficult. But I tell you, we are getting to the end of the tunnel, and the light is going to shine. Definitely, the light is going to shine. And when this light is going to shine, it's going to be so bright that nothing will cover it. It's going to be so bright that no hand will cover it. It's either you key in into it or you walk away from it. Whatever be your end, you'll be responsible for it. Who created us and gave us that land flowing with milk and honey, and told us this time to go and possess it. We will go and we will possess the land. No man born of a woman can stop us. They cannot take away a land from us. Neither can they frighten us with their blackmail and propaganda. We have already defeated them in so many fronts. All they do today is to begin to push some lies, try to deceive Biafrans. And they will only deceive those who are not paying attention. It is sad that some people in Biafran land are not getting the right information. But as soon as they get the right information, of course, you cannot deceive any Biafran. Biafrans are not fools. Biafrans are not smooth. We are smart. We know when to move and when to stop. May Chukwu guide and protect everybody who has joined me on this broadcast today. I appreciate you. It's going to be a quick one. And we are going to have a joint broadcast later in the day. Please, during the joint broadcast, by special grace of Chukwu Kabema, I'm going to join the joint broadcast and I will share it here. I will like every one of you to join us on that very joint broadcast. It's going to be a joint broadcast of the media, the Autopilot media. You know, we have our joint broadcast every Friday. So today being Friday, we're going to come out and broadcast. So when the broadcast time is ready, when we start, I'm going to share the broadcast on this very platform so you can key in, join and share the video and also ask your questions if there is any. So do not miss it. Do not miss today's joint broadcast of the Media Warriors. Don't miss it. This is a place where you ask questions. You see people that think critically. This is a place where you see every explanation we made on different tones, on different voice, with different understandings. There's no way an issue will be treated in the joint broadcast and you will not understand it, because there are so many voices. If you do not understand the loud one, you understand the quiet one. If you don't understand the quiet one, understand the silent one. If you need one, any way you want us to communicate, we will communicate. Because every one of us in the Autopilot media have their skills. They are blessed in certain ways when they speak. So I urge you to join that broadcast when it's going to happen. And wherever you are, continue to pray for our spokesperson, Master Simon Ever. Continue to remember him in your prayer. In anything you do, put him in prayer and pray for Master Nandekano also for divine guidance and protection. We will continue to do everything we can to make sure that Biafra comes. Nothing will stop it. Nothing will stop it. No matter how they try. I appreciate every one of you. Please remember we have fundraising tomorrow. The fundraising of ESN. Remember to join that fundraising and make a contribution. Listen to the voice of reason. The time has come for us to put our heads together and make sure that Biafra is saved. So any role you know you can play, no matter how small, how big, come in the fundraising and make your contribution. Your little contribution can go a long way. Your little contribution, it can go a long way. So do not fail to come around and join and share up the stage. I appreciate you everyone once again. I thank you for joining me. If you're joining from Biafra land, any part of the world where you're joining me, I appreciate you as a Biafran. I appreciate the Dua people, the Middle Betters, and all the media warriors and all that. I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate our spokesperson, Master Simon Ever. I pray that Chukwu Kukabian will guide and protect him, secure him, give him wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I appreciate everybody who has been patient enough to join me on this platform today, who has been there commenting, writing, and sharing. May Chukwu Kukabian guide and protect every one of you. We are going to meet again during the joint broadcast and talk more. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being there. I will see you again. Stay blessed.